Students, today we are going to discuss or we are going to study Thales theorem, and the second name of this theorem is basic proportionality theorem. Okay, so I'm going to start Thales theorem, and which is also known as basic proportionality theorem. So what is the statement of this theorem? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So in the solution given a triangle ABC. So this is the triangle ABC in which DE is drawn parallel to side BC. Okay, so in this triangle ABC, DE is drawn parallel to side BC, intersects other two sides AB and AC. So this DE is intersecting the other two sides AB and AC at points D and E respectively. Okay, so this is given to us a triangle ABC in which DE is drawn parallel to side BC, intersects other two sides AB and AC at points D and E respectively. Okay, this is given to us. Now what we want to prove in this question? So to prove, which we are going to prove in this question, AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Please understand the statement. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, so I have taken the line DE is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides, means AB and AC, the other two sides of the triangle, to intersect the other two sides in distinct points. So here distinct points are D and E. Okay, the other two sides, which are AB and AC, are divided in the same ratio. It means this AB and AC are divided in the same ratio. What does this mean? It means that AD upon DB is equal to, that the ratio of AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Okay, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio, means AD upon DB ratio is equal to AE upon EC. This is what we are going to prove in this theorem. Okay, so construction, join BE CD. Okay, so this is the point B, join this point B with the point E, and this is the point C, join this point C with the point D. Okay, join BE and CD. Through E, draw EF perpendicular on AB. So through the E, draw EF. So this is the EF. Through E, draw EF perpendicular on AB. So I have drawn EF perpendicular on AB. This is the symbol of perpendicular. Okay, and similarly through D, means through this point D, through D, draw DG perpendicular on AC. So this is the AC, and I have taken this perpendicular DG on this line AC. Okay, so I have joined this point B with the point E. Okay, and I have joined this point C with the point D, and after this I have taken the perpendicular EF on the side AB. Okay, and after this I have taken the perpendicular DG on the side AC. Okay, now we are going to prove this theorem. So in the proof, first of all, consider triangles ADE and triangle DBE. Consider triangles ADE. So this is the triangle ADE. You can see this is the triangle ADE. Okay, and triangle DBE. So this is the triangle DBE. Okay, this triangle DBE and this triangle ADE. We are taking these two triangles ADE and DBE. Okay. Now see, students, we know if we want to calculate the area of the triangle, then the formula of finding out the area of any triangle is 1/2 base into height. Okay, it means if we want to calculate the area of triangle ADE, it means we have to apply the formula 1/2 base into height. Okay, so please see in this ADE triangle, the base is this AD. Okay, so 1/2 base is AD. Okay, now we want height. So this EF is representing the height of this triangle ADE. Okay, so this AD is the base and EF is the height of this triangle ADE. Okay, so area of triangle ADE is equal to 1/2 base, which is AD, and height, which is EF. Similarly, we shall find out the area of next triangle, which is DBE. Okay, we have taken two triangles. One is this DBE and second is this ADE. Okay, so we have found the area of ADE triangle. Now we are going to find out the area of triangle DBE. So for finding out the area of triangle BDE, this triangle, same formula, 1/2 base. So here you can see this DB is the base. Okay, this DB is the base, and height is EF. Please notice here I have taken height EF. Now the question arises, this EF is not coming inside the triangle DBE. Then why I have taken this EF, the height of this triangle DBE? This is the question which will come in your mind. Okay, so I shall try to explain this, why I have taken EF as the height of triangle BDE, besides EF is not coming inside the triangle DBE. Okay, so for explaining this, I have made a figure here. Please see here. This is the triangle DBE. So this is D and this is B and this is E. Okay, students, please notice here. This triangle is an obtuse triangle. This triangle is an obtuse triangle. This triangle is an obtuse triangle. Okay, so for taking the height of this triangle, which is an obtuse triangle, we can't take the height inside this triangle. So please understand this. In the obtuse triangle, we can't take the height of the obtuse triangle inside the obtuse triangle. Okay, so I'm repeating, we can't take the height of the obtuse triangle inside the obtuse triangle. Okay, so for taking the height, I have taken a perpendicular EF and I have produced or extended the base DB. Okay, you can see here I have extended or produced the base DB and I have taken the perpendicular EF, which is the height of this obtuse triangle. Now this EF will play the role of height of this obtuse triangle. Okay, so this was the logic why I have taken EF, which is outside this triangle DBE, as the height of this triangle DBE. Okay, we can't take the height of obtuse triangle inside the triangle, so we have to take a perpendicular or height outside the triangle, and for that we have to produce the base or extend the base, and we have to take the height outside the obtuse triangle. So here EF is representing the height of this triangle DBE. Okay, so 1 by 2 dB multiplied by EF. So this dB is the base of this triangle and this EF is representing the height of this triangle DBE. Okay, now students, we have found the area of triangle ADE and area of triangle BDE. Now we will take the ratio of these two areas. So taking the ratio, area of triangle ADE in the numerator and area of triangle BDE in the denominator is equal to 1 by 2 AD multiplied by EF upon 1 by 2 dB multiplied by EF. So this 1 by 2 will be cut with this 1 by 2 and this EF will be cut with this EF. Okay, now area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle BDE is equal to, so in the numerator AD and in the denominator DB is left. Okay, 1 by 2 is cut with this 1 by 2 and this EF is cut with this EF. Okay, so area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle BDE is equal to AD upon DB. Okay, name this as equation number 1. Okay, similarly by considering triangles ADE and CDE, now we shall take this triangle ADE and this triangle. In the first case, we have taken this triangle and this triangle. Okay, now we are going to take this triangle ADE and this triangle CDE. Okay, in the first case, we have taken this triangle with this triangle. Okay, now we are taking this triangle with the triangle ADE. Okay, similarly, by considering triangles ADE and CDE, so we shall calculate the area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CDE, which is equal to 1 by 2 base in the triangle ADE. The base is AE and the perpendicular is DG. Please notice here. Now we are considering this DG as the height of this triangle ADE. Okay, we are considering DG, which is the perpendicular on this line AC. So we are taking this DG as the height of this triangle ADE. In the first, we have taken EF is the height of this triangle ADE. Okay, why? Because in that case AD was the base. Okay, now we are going to take the height DG. Okay, and according to that, the AE, it means this side, because the height or perpendicular always drawn on the base, it means this AE will become the base of the triangle ADE. Okay, so 1 by 2, now base is AE. Why? Because DG, which is the perpendicular, it is drawn on this line AE. Okay, so height and perpendicular is always drawn on the base, it means this AE will become now the base. Okay, and height is DG. Okay, area of triangle CDE, 1 by 2 base is in the triangle CDE. So this is the triangle CDE. So 1 by 2 base is EC. Okay, so this is the base EC. Okay, and what is the height? Whatever logic we have used here for finding out the height of the triangle BDE, the same logic will apply on this triangle. Okay, because this is also an obtuse triangle. This triangle CDE is also an obtuse triangle. So the same logic will apply. I shall take this DG as the height of this triangle, or we can say this obtuse triangle CDE. I'm repeating, this DG is not coming inside this triangle. Besides of that, I'm taking this DG as the height of this triangle. The same logic what we have used here is also applied on this. Okay, so I have drawn this triangle. This is C, and here you can see this is the point C, and this is the D. Okay, and this is the E. Okay, C and E. Okay, and this is the D point. Okay, now please see whatever logic we have used here, the same logic applied on this triangle. This is also an obtuse triangle. It means we can't take the height of this triangle inside this triangle. Okay, we can't take the height of this triangle inside this triangle. It means we have to take the height outside. We have to take the height outside this obtuse triangle. Okay, so for taking the height, I have drawn the height DG, or I have taken the perpendicular DG on the base EC, and I have produced or extended the base EC, and I have taken the height or perpendicular DG on this extended or produced base EC. Okay, so this DG is representing the height of this triangle. Okay, so here 1 by 2, the base is EC and the height is DG. Okay, the height is DG. Now you can see 1 by 2 will be cut with this 1 by 2, and this DG will be cut with this DG, and in the numerator AE and in the denominator EC will be left. Okay, therefore the area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CDE is equal to AE upon EC. Okay, this 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 will be cut, and similarly this DG will be cut with this DG. Okay, this DG will be cut with this DG, and therefore area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CDE is equal to AE upon EC. Okay, name this as equation number 2. Okay, now students, I shall use one property of the triangles, and what is that property? Please listen carefully. If two triangles are situated on the same base, so here please understand this carefully. This triangle and this triangle DBE and this triangle CDE, these two triangles are having the same base, which is DE. Okay, this triangle DBE and this triangle CDE are having the same base, which is DE. Okay, and they are in between the same parallel lines which are DE and BC. Okay, these two triangles are on the same base which is DE, and they are in between both these two triangles are in between the two same parallel lines DE and BC. Okay, so using the property of triangles, I can say the area of triangle DBE is equal to area of triangle CDE. Using the property of triangles, that if two triangles are on the same base and they are in between the two same parallel lines, then the area of one triangle is equal to the area of another triangle, or we can say second triangle. So I have written that property here. Since two triangles BDE and CDE are on the same base DE and between the same parallels which are DE and BC, therefore area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle CDE. I'm repeating again. Since two triangles BDE and triangle CDE are on the same base DE, okay, and between the same parallels which are DE and BC, then we can say that therefore area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle CDE. Okay, so the area of this triangle is equal to area of this triangle. Okay, so name this as equation number 3rd. So students, please see here. I have proven that area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle CDE in equation number 3rd. Okay, so please see here in the equation number 1. If area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle CDE, it means I can write area of triangle BDE, okay, here this area of triangle BDE as area of triangle CDE. Okay, I have proven in the equation number 3rd that area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle CDE. It means I can write at this position area of triangle CDE. Okay, I have written in the equation number 4 that area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CDE. I have not written area of triangle BDE. I have replaced it with area of triangle CDE because both of these areas are equal. Okay, so area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CDE is equal to AD upon DB. This is the equation number 4. Okay, so name this as equation number 4. So therefore, now students, see here equation number 4 and equation number 2. Okay, in the equation number 4, you can see in both these equations, equation number 2 and equation number 4, the left hand side is same. Area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CDE, the same left hand side in the equation number 4, which is area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CDE. You can see in both the equations, equation number 2 and equation number 4, the left hand side, which is this, the left hand side of both these equations, equation number 2 and equation number 4, is same. If the left hand side of any two equations is same, it means their right hand side is also same. Okay, if this side left hand side is equal to this side left hand side, it means this right hand side should be equal to this right hand side of equation number 4. It means therefore from 2 and 4 I can write AD upon DB I can write AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Okay, because left hand side of these two equations is same, so we can write right hand side of these two equations equal. Okay, therefore from 2 and 4 AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Okay, this is what we want to prove in this theorem. This is the to prove part. This is the to prove part of this theorem, which is AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. This is what we want to prove in this theorem, and we have proven AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. So this proves Thales theorem. This proves Thales theorem. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.